Jan, when you think of Buffalo, what are some of the words that come to your mind?
Snow.
Snow, they're so wrong with all these people. We got the best weather in the world.
No, I'm just kidding. I think proud. Proud to call Western New York my home because of the quality of life we have here. The four seasons, there's great sports, music, art, and of course, restaurants and food.
You're right. And when it comes to food, now you're speaking my language. Welcome to Come Dine With Me, Western New York. I'm Russ Salvatore.
And I'm Jan Farrington. It is great to be with you this morning. Now, the purpose of our show is, number one, to acquaint you with some of the area's best restaurant treasures, and number two, show you how you can prepare some of the same dishes found in these great restaurants right in your own kitchens. And you know, sometimes you just feel like staying in and making a good meal, don't you?
I agree with you, dear. I wish I would do that one of these days, you know. We have a fantastic show lined up today, Jan. Our first stop is our studio kitchen at Artisan Kitchens and Baths. Our own chef Marco is with my friend Orazio Eppolito.
And you know, Orazio has a new location.
They're located in the Galleria Mall.
He's in the food court. It is called Orazio's Italian Crepes. He specializes in crepes along with salads and soups and things like that. All the food that he does is absolutely delicious. And this is like going to the mall and having a great meal. It's not mall food.
I'm getting anxious to go.
I know, crepes. That's really the specialty.
Yeah.
They have the savory crepes, you know, ones with chicken and eggs and meats and things like that in it. Or, of course, you can get those to die for sweet crepes, like strawberries, and it has chocolate in them. Some has Nutella in it, lemon crepes. Am I making you hungry yet?
Well, there goes my diet again, babe. You'll kill me.
You and me together, right. Yeah. Well, we're going to go to Marco and Orazio in the kitchen right now.
We're keeping tradition alive. I'm with my friend Orazio. We're in the kitchen making chicken cacciatore today. This is real traditional Italian food.
You got it.
This is great, man. Let's get started on this.
So we have a nice hot pan here.
Okay.
So we're gonna hit it with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil.
Now, I saw you splitting a whole chicken. This is like a 3-pound chicken?
Exactly.
Cut in half?
You know our portions at the restaurant, everything's oversized.
Right.
So just like anything, we're gonna season the chicken also. So I'm gonna just take a little bit of nice sea salt and we'll hit it with a little bit of black pepper. And that's good enough because the pan's gonna be nice and hot. We don't wanna put any chopped garlic or anything on it. We want to cook it long enough to where the skin gets a little bit crispy.
So it creates a little bit of a crust on there.
You got it.
You want that sizzle?
Yep, you want that sizzle. You want to sear in that juice. You see the pan's nice and big. It just barely held our chickens in there.
These pans are from Buffalo Hotel Supply. This is what we work with.
Yeah.
I even have these pans at home.
They have to be durable. So what we're going to do is we're just going to let this cook for a little while. And I'm going to have you in the meanwhile start getting everything prepped for the sauce. We're going to dice up some onion, green pepper, and then just quarter some mushrooms.
You were telling me when you wanted me to dice this that you wanted certain sizes.
Yep. You know, you can cut them like that. You can cut them into strips, whatever you like, you know.
And that's just so it doesn't break down as much, and that you have it in every forkful, every bite, you have a piece of the vegetable with the chicken or the pasta.
You got it. And I'm going to check this chicken over here. And if you don't feel comfortable with doing this in a saute pan, you can take the chicken, have your oven preset to 400, rub the chicken with a little bit of oil, season it, put it on a pan and just roast it in the oven for maybe a half hour to 45 minutes, and you don't have to worry about handling raw chicken like this. We got a little flame here. I'm going to work the other side a little bit, and then I'll flip it back over because I like the skin nice and crispy.
Now you're telling me cut these mushrooms in a quarter.
Yep.
So that they're
nice big chunks.
Nice big chunks.
Exactly. Yeah. We have our pasta water boiling. We're going to cook some fresh linguine with it, serve it with our homemade tomato sauce from the restaurant, along with your favorite, our bread. And
gotta have that bread. All right. There you go.
Okay, so we're just gonna let that simmer for just another minute. And then what we'll do is we'll just put it in a regular Pyrex bowl. We have our oven preheating to 400, and we'll put our chickens in there while we're making the sauce. When it's done, that chicken will be falling off the bone. It'll be beautiful.
Now that our chicken's in the oven, it's going to be baking for about an hour and a half. We're going to take our pan that's full of all that yummy goodness in the bottom with the oil and all that chicken skin, the fond. I just learned a new word today, the fond. And we're going to add our vegetables that we chopped, the peppers, the onions, the mushrooms.
Yeah.
Want that sizzle.
Okay, so we're going to Cook that off, caramelize the onions, the peppers, the mushrooms. Let that saute a little bit, and we're gonna throw a little bit of chopped garlic in here.
How much is a little bit?
A little bit more, I'm Italian.
Right.
So we're gonna saute that off. And the most important thing is you wanna get that fond off the bottom of the pan because that's where all the sugars are. And no matter what kind of meat presentation, veal, chicken, pork, get that fond to go right into that sauce, and that's where you get a lot of that flavor from. So now we're gonna put a little bit of white wine right into there. That'll absolutely lift the fond up off the bottom.
Yeah,
now
you can see it.
And you'll see your sauce will actually turn a little bit of a light brownish color, and that's just picking up the flavor off the bottom of that pan. We're gonna hit it with a little bit of our fresh marinara. Actually, you can put it all in there. When you taste the sauce, you're gonna want to eat it all.
It's just a good thing I'm not wearing white today.
Exactly.
So
and you can buy a marinara, or you can come to the restaurant and pick up the best marinara that we make in house, and we sell it by the quart every day.
Smells amazing.
And then we use a dry cured Sicilian oil cured olive with the pits. And a lot of people say, but the pit, you'll be amazed when you simmer this with that chicken and you have the pit in there, the flavor that comes out of those olives are absolutely incredible. So we'll just put the olives right inside there. I gotta
listen to the chef. He told me to try one.
There you go. And then we'll hit it with some of our oregano. And this is one of the few dishes. A lot of people think that we use a lot of oregano at the restaurant. I'd probably at least
a little more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the oregano can make your sauce bitter.
Yeah, it's got a great smell to it.
But in a cacciatore, you have to have it, you know. And then we'll hit it with a little bit of dry basil. Okay. If you prefer, you can use some fresh basil. But with this sauce, it cooks for so long, we use dry, because the fresh basil would only get really dark anyways, you know.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is bring this to a simmer. You don't have to cook it too long here because, again, it's gonna cook for an hour and a half with the chicken. So, you know, as soon as this comes to a simmer, you're good to go, and we'll pour it right over the chicken. Our sauce is ready to pour over the top. We're gonna hit it with a little bit of sea salt, a little bit of black pepper, and we'll pour it right over the chicken. And then we're gonna throw it back in the oven, cook it for about another hour till that chicken falls right off the bone.
Okay, the time's come, Raz. This is unbelievable. Look at I didn't even use a knife. It fell right off the bone.
Those juices are running from the chicken.
Man, it is so beautiful. Juicy, tender. I'm really picking up those olives. I really get that. The tomatoes are just beautiful. Man, don't miss out on this special. Orazio's Restaurant.
9415 Main Street in Clarence. Come dine with me, Western New York.
This portion of the program was sponsored in part by Buffalo Hotel Supply. Design, deliver, and install. We can do it all. And by Russell's Steaks, Chops, and More. Be my guest. Let us do the rest.
Be my guest. Let us do the rest.
Beautiful design starts with Artisan Kitchens and Baths. Let us transform your kitchen or bath into the dream room you desire. Whatever your style and taste, Artisan Kitchens and Baths can design and install your vision to perfection. Our design team will work within your budget to give you quality at affordable prices. Update your home with Artisan Kitchens and Baths, 200 Amherst Street, Buffalo.
We have new information on the most wanted sandwiches in Western New York.
I'll make this brief. These sandwiches were last seen at Marco's Italian Deli. Be on the lookout for Nicky Whispers. Big, beefy, surprisingly sweet. Maria Gumati, a spicy little number. Everyone wants to get their hands on. And the Underboss, notorious and nearly impossible to knock off. If you see these sandwiches, do not, I repeat, do not apprehend them alone. They are extremely tasty. No further questions at this time. Thank you.
Public needs to know. A crash, a rear ender, a side swipe, a fender bender.
No matter what you call it, every accident is a hassle.
That's why at Ventura's CarStar Collision, we'll provide you with support every step of the way.
You'll get our team of certified technicians who work with the industry's best equipment.
Plus, you'll get assistance with insurance claims, rental cars, and estimates.
We'll help you make the choices that are right for your family.
After all, we're a family too.
So everybody's heard of Chianti, but does everybody really know what Chianti is? Chianti is actually a region in Tuscany that has to be designated by Italian law 80% Sangiovese, which is the grape type that goes into Chianti. Now there's 3 different types of Chianti. You have your regular Chianti, which is not really the best grapes that go into it. Then you have Chianti Classico, which is a designated area in Chianti that has the better vineyards and the better hillsides. Then you have Chianti Classico Riserva. Now that is a Chianti that actually has more barrel aging than the rest of the Chiantis. Chianti isn't just a pasta wine. You could actually pair it up with any type of roasted meats, such as duck, steak, or even chicken. My name is Jeff Siren, and I am mad about wine.
Thanks, Jeff. Now, coming up, our chefs will be invading the kitchen of one of Buffalo's bravest. It's a great story that you won't want to miss. But first, let's head back to the kitchen for today's Sizzling on the Gridiron.
Hey, today I'm here with Lou Picone, former Buffalo Bills. Lou, welcome to the show.
Hello, Mike. Good to be back again.
All right, ready to get started?
You got it, baby.
Let's rock and roll. All right, today we're going to be doing a special dish. Since the last time, I created a new dish specifically for Lou. This time we're doing a red sauce with the Ilio de Paulo's marinara. Ready to get started?
I'm ready, but it must be a special team sauce.
Exactly. Okay, we'll start off with some fresh fettuccine. And Lou, being the Italian kumar that you are, let's go. You're in charge of the pasta.
I know what to do with pasta.
All right.
Okay, here we got to get it loose. Keep it separated so it doesn't stick. Mike, do you add any salt in here?
No, Lou, you know, my dad, when I was growing up, he taught us to just kind of keep it simple, let all the flavors of the natural food kind of come out into the recipe. So, no, not too much salt. It's on the table. If you want it, you can add it on yourself. But okay, let's get started. All right, today we're going to use no garlic because we got it already in our marinara sauce a little bit. So we're going to start with a little olive oil, some of a compound butter, which is with a basil, parsley, little Romano cheese, and butter. Give it a little flavor.
Now,
okay.
last time, Mike, we did a white sauce or a wine sauce. Today we're doing a red sauce.
We're doing a healthy marinara sauce.
Ah, marinara sauce. I love the marinara sauce. I gotta have the marinara sauce.
Okay.
Let me stir the pasta.
We're gonna add some shrimp now to it. How's the pasta looking?
Looking good.
Breaking it all up, loosened up nice.
All right.
Okay, add a little shrimp. And then some mussels. Okay.
Oh, we got some flame on it.
Oh,
Mike.
yeah. We're going to add some white wine to it. Kind of let it make a little broth, a little seafood
simmer,
broth.
Yeah. Marvelous.
Oh. Good.
So you used the white wine the last time too, correct?
Yeah. I like to drink the red. Cook with the white, drink the red.
All right.
I like that motto. I like that one. That's good.
Drink the red. You know, when I first met your father, I walked into the restaurant. I was with a guy named Connie Zelinchik. He was about 6'5". I'm about 5'8.5". And your dad says to me, "Hey boys, come on in. You know, you," pointing to Connie, "you look like a football player. What do you do?" And he pointed to me. And then he put his hand on my back. I never saw a hand that big. What happened to you?
Look at my mama's hand.
Yeah,
sorry.
see?
You know,
That's
what are you going to do?
right. What are you going to do?
All right. Okay, we're just letting it simmer a little bit. Now we're going to add in some soppressata. Really nice, like a dried cured salami. Very nice. Put that in there.
Excuse me while I stir the pasta. Make sure it's separated.
Then we're going to add some spinach. You can use fresh spinach, especially, you know, now with the homegrown season coming in, you should be using fresh spinach. Okay, now we're going to add in a little bit of the marinara sauce. Now, with the marinara sauce, you can spice it up a couple of different ways. You can use a Cajun seasoning or crushed red pepper. Today we're going to go with the Cajun seasoning. Lou, I don't know, red pepper, you know.
Cajun, is that like Creole stuff? Is that the idea?
You know, but
Cajun?
that little hot is a mild hot. It just kind of kicks it up a little bit.
Well, I like the heat. Sometimes it doesn't like me. A little bit of it's okay. So go right ahead.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit for my friend Lou.
Mike.
Okay.
Oh, gee.
You can see how the muscles are opening up real nice. Look at that.
So if they don't open up, Mike, are they any good?
They don't open up. Don't eat it.
Don't eat it.
Now I'm going to add some marinara to the sauce, to the court bouillon.
Would say that again, a court bouillon?
Yeah, it's just a nice little flavored broth.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I don't usually do this, but I have to. I have to do this. You got to check this muscle out. Oh, Maroni. Now that's some sauce.
Lou, it's been a pleasure having you. Thanks again, Kumbai. Good having you.
Always a pleasure.
Number 89, Lou Picone.
It's really my honor and pleasure to have selected the crisis services of Western New York here. They do so much for our community, things you don't even know about. But if you have a challenge, if somebody in your family has a challenge, call this number, 834-3131, or go to crisiscenter.org on the internet. Make sure you do, because they're there for you, 24/7, 365 days a year. The Crisis Center of Western New York.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new fence, railing, or deck, call the Vinyl Outlet today. This portion of the program was sponsored in part by Key Video Productions, television, video, DVD, and by Artisan Kitchens and Baths. See, touch, feel, and use our products. You know you need a professional video for your company or website, but you're wondering, where do I begin? Well, check out keyvideo.com, Buffalo's premier television and video production house. We work with big businesses and other companies that think big. Corporate image, sales, training, you name it. Scripting, shooting, editing, we call it concept to completion, and we're ready to work for you. For your business, for all of life's events. Call, click, or visit Key Video today.
Come in for a great time at Alton. Our extensive menu will surely satisfy everyone. Start your day off with farm fresh eggs, a hearty omelet, or a delicious Belgian waffle. Our famous chicken souvlaki is made fresh to order, as well as all of our mouth-watering burgers, sandwiches, and melts. Try our tempting portobello strip steak topped with balsamic mushrooms, caramelized onions, and melted Asiago cheese, or our shrimp fettuccine with a rich lobster cream sauce. No matter what you choose, you can never go wrong. Alton's, all good.
Seneca Niagara Casino and Hotel, where value meets excitement. With 4,000 of the newest slots and biggest jackpots, 100 action-packed table games, award-winning restaurants, live entertainment, superior guest service, and a players club that makes every visit even more rewarding. Your winning destination, Seneca Niagara Casino and Hotel. Excitement worth sharing.
And there's more information at
Hey, Jigster, where would you like to have dinner tonight?
Well, Russell's, of course. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers up next.
Be my guest. Let us do the rest.
I've been a firefighter for 15 years, work at Engine 37 on the west side of Buffalo.
It used to be very scary. I remember when he was studying for the exam. I actually helped him study for the exam, and I was scared at first, but I'm confident in his abilities.
Juan has just recently come over to the Firehouse on Rhode Island in Shenango, and he's a great addition. He's a Great guy to have around, good cook.
I used to work restaurants before I got on the fire department, so having a good place to cook was pretty important to me.
Alongside my job with the fire department, I am a professional contractor, and most of my work is done through Artisan Kitchens.
Well, when we got in the house needed a lot of work.
So he came in and he gave us great suggestions.
I'm a firm believer that every person has the opportunity to have a kitchen renovation. Kitchen renovations aren't limited to those who can afford them. I'm very willing and happy to help someone make their dreams come true.
My family is wonderful. I have a son who's 19, a daughter who's 9, a little girl that's 6. The girls are open to getting out in the kitchen and cooking. They love to go in there and try new things.
Favorite thing to cook? Probably ribs.
I'm open to anything, any kind of suggestions that they can give us to create a nice, quick, easy meal for the family.
No matter how good of a cook you are, there's always room for improvement, and to have a professional give some pointers is always welcome.
Hi.
Today I happen to have the distinct honor and pleasure to work with one of Buffalo's firefighters. We chose the beef and noodle, which is a Firehouse style meal, and the fresh Yukon Gold mashed potato. These are the kind of meals that these gentlemen and ladies eat and prepare all the time that are out there, protecting us, and we're very, very grateful.
Today we made an authentic Puerto Rican carnival food called acapulco. It's a tough word to say. Acapulco.
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 Acapararo?
Acapulco.
Acapulco. That's how you say it. It's one of those things where you've eaten it, but you don't really know how it's made, and I was actually intrigued by it. My sous chef is Puerto Rican. He taught me how to make it.
Today I did a simple apple crisp. My main goal was just to get the kids in the kitchen after I met Isabella and Ariana. I just wanted to cook with them. Also, I just wanted to prove that dessert can be simple and quick. You don't have to take the time to make a pie crust, and I think the apple crisp is easier, quicker, and much better.
I'm here today with Tim, and we're going to be making a classic, hearty Firehouse meal. I understand that you're a Buffalo firefighter.
Yes.
And you guys eat like this all the time.
Red meat and potatoes.
Oh man, I'm excited about this one. The beef and noodles was a wonderful dish to make. What we did was we took a nice hot Dutch oven, put a little bit of oil on the bottom of the pan, just took about a 4-pound chuck roast, add a little bit of sea salt, a little bit of pepper, and we seared both sides, get a nice crust finish on both of them. All right, Timmy, now what we're going to do is while our meat is searing, we're going to add some nice rough chopped onions.
Working with Art was great. Very funny, very knowledgeable guy. A little bit pushy in the kitchen. Wish I could have chopped some onions up myself.
Of course, he's got a little bit more experience in the kitchen than most people that I've worked with before. He basically taught me a little bit more than I taught him, I think. That's the way we want our onions, just caramelized just like that color. We added beef stock, put it in the oven for about 3 hours till the beef was nice and flaky, fork tender.
I learned that you can actually cook meat and vegetables inside of a broth. It's something I didn't know previous.
We pulled it out, removed the beef off to the side, let it set. We added a little bit more stock to our onion mixture. We added some Pennsylvania-style Dutch noodles. We reintroduced the shredded beef, stirred it up, finished it with a little fresh parsley, and brought it to the table for presentation.
So Jessica, when Chef Krista told me that you wanted to learn how to make an authentic Puerto Rican appetizer for your husband,
yes,
I was put to the challenge. We're going to make an alcapurria. That was pretty good, huh?
That's very
I've been
good.
stumbling over that word.
That was
I said
great.
it all weekend. I learned how to make it, and I got to pay tribute to my sous chef, Efren, who's actually Puerto Rican, who actually taught me this dish. First, you make a masa using plantains and toro root. You got to use the right side of the grater. If you use the wrong side, it comes out too coarse. Labor of love. You boil down a chote seed, you add the seed in oil into the plantains and the toro root.
Marco, did you say that this is just for the color?
It is, it's just for the color, and look how nice and bright and orange it is. Isn't that cool?
Good, yeah.
And then once that's done, you brown some meat with some olives, some capers, a little sazon, a little sofrito. I'm learning all my Spanish today in today's cooking. And one more ingredient, adobe spice.
I feel intimidated sometimes in the kitchen, so it was nice to work with someone who kept things easy and light for me.
So we're just gonna put a little oil on the plate. We take our masa dough. We set our masa dough right in the middle.
Okay.
And we spread it out a little bit. Press it down. And we're just gonna roll our masa up to cover it all up. And then we wanna drop it right in our oil.
So nothing spills out.
So nothing spills out. So we're just gonna drop it right in there. You see how it's frying? And you put it in a paper towel and eat it. That's how they do it in Puerto Rico. Salud.
No, buen provecho.
What she said. Cheers.
Today with the apple crisp, I simply brought a wonderful core, peeler, and slicer, all one piece of equipment. Ariana, how about we let your sister Isabella help us? Come on, Isabella, where's that apple I gave you? Oh, Isabella. Isabella, I need to peel it first. I love working with kids in the kitchen. That's one of the stories I preach. Get your kids cooking with you. You are strong. You are one strong lady. I took the apples when they are all cut, cored, and peeled, and sprinkled them with a little lemon juice. Just adds a little tartness to it and keeps them from browning, and cinnamon, and tossed them with a little vanilla bean sugar. The girls did an awesome job. They did like half of your work, but I need you for the crunch.
I wanted to do the apples.
You wanted to slice and dice?
I did.
I worked with Juan for the topping. He was in charge of the crisp. Very simply, brown sugar, a little bit of cinnamon, oats, just a bit of flour, and pecans. Something a little bit different. That's what I always try to do. Nice, ice, cold butter. Quickly worked in, but not overworked.
She's fantastic in the kitchen. She's really easy to work with. It was a pleasure to cook with her.
Just on top, in the oven, 350 degrees, about 30 minutes, and there we go.
All right, perfect.
In the oven. Just for fun, I brought along some homemade sour cream ice cream, and I whipped up a batch of caramel sauce before I came over here. And it's a lot more than just that crisp. Serve it with some ice cream and make some homemade caramel sauce.
I love the meal. I was so glad that they were able to come and show me something new.
Having my fellow brothers here, who we spent hours upon hours together, working together, and coming here, having a fantastic meal was just a dream come true.
More often than not, when I'm finished building a kitchen, I'm done with the customer and I walk away. This time I got to see it in action, see the homeowners enjoy it as well as myself, knowing I gave them a good product.
Knowing my daughters, how much they love cooking, watching cooking shows, it was just perfect for them to get in there and cook with Chef Krista. She's fantastic.
My daughter Ariana wrote an essay so that she can share this experience with the kids at school.
Today was a very fun day. It was weird having all of these cameras and restaurant chefs in my house, but it was cool. The food was amazing. Between takes, we had lots of fun. At the end, we had an experience to last a lifetime. Come dine with me, Western New York.
Closed captioning provided by
CarStar Relax. We'll take it from here.
That's our program for today. I want to thank our corporate partners, Artisan Kitchens and Baths, Buffalo Hotel Supply, Key Video, Seneca Niagara Casino and Hotel,
and Russell's Steak Shops and more for helping to make our show possible.
Just a reminder that if you like any of our recipes you've seen on today's show, or you want to learn more about our program, check our website. Come dine with me, WNY.com.
And you know, it's really important to support our local restaurants. That's really what we're all about here, aren't we, Russ?
Yes, it is, and we preach that every week, and I'm pretty sure everybody's doing that.
Will you go make me a steak right now?
Yes, I will.
Thanks.
For everyone here at Come Dine With Me, Western New York, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week right here on Channel 7 at the same time.
Anything else, Russ?
No, but it was just wonderful being with you. And again,
the feeling is mutual.
The feeling is mutual. Let's do the Bills keep going and get a winning schedule. And it's time to stick a fork in it now because we are done.
With Frontier Catering, it's easy to show your good taste. Chef Art Christie uses time-tested techniques and authentic family recipes to create a custom menu that showcases your personal style and your venue. And with Frontier Catering, your food is prepared fresh, on-site. For corporate events, unforgettable weddings, and other signature celebrations, it has to be Frontier Catering.